What's up, otakus? Welcome home to TaylorMadeOtaku. My name is Taylor, and today is the third installment of the podcast. Today I have with me my good friend Hyper Shane.
Yo, hello, how's everyone going? Glad to be here.
Welcome to the podcast, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Before we start, because I screwed up, I think, on the last one, I'll give you about 30 seconds or so to promote your channel and let people know what you do, because there's going to be a link to your channel in the description below for all the people to go and check you out. So go ahead and sell yourself, my friend.
Okay, put me on the spot straight away, but that's fine. Okay, so I do gaming and anime reaction videos when I can, in due time, just due to work constraints. Obviously, I'm based in the UK and whatnot, so... But yeah, that's generally what I do. Yeah, that's it. You can also follow me on Twitter and join my own Discord as well, which will be in links to in my videos. So yeah, that's about it.
Cool. We have a interesting...
I love Danganronpa, just saying.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I actually have never seen Danganronpa.
I've played the games, my friend. Much better.
Oh, that's what I hear. I hear I should play the games.
Yes.
But
anyway, we're getting off topic.
yeah, we have an interesting bunch of topics for you today. A lot of opinion-based things. And first on that is us telling you our top 3 girls from high school DxD. So
oh yeah, and we differ
heavily.
Really bad.
Actually, like really bad. I'll let you go first, though.
Okay. So, my top 3 in going from third to first. Spoiler, VS is not in the list. I'm sorry to you VS fans, but she's not there. It goes... Yeah, I'm actually trying to think that who would I put third? It's between Rose Weiss and Elena. Oh god. I'd probably put Rose Weiss third, actually, if I think about it. So Rose Weiss third, Vadel Phoenix second, and Aquino is first. That is my top 3.
Yep. Very, very, very different from mine, personally. However, we do have Rose Weiss at the same spot. I have her at number 3. Akaino's number 2. She's a queen. There's no getting around it. There's no denying that. There's no saying she's not great, because she's great. And Rias is just that much better to me, anyway. I absolutely adore Rias. A lot of people do prefer Akino over Rias, and I get why, kind of. But Rias is the absolute best. Don't ask.
See, I'm the same. I get why Rias. A lot of people like Rias over Aquino. But I'm sorry, it's just that Ala does it for me.
Oh no, trust me, that when she says that, I get a shiver down my spine, like every single time. Like
and like one of my favorite moments is I can't remember which season it is, and it's when like Rias and Aquino are fighting, and Issei calls Aquino and says, if you win, we'll go on a date. And then Aquino's power skyrocket.
Yeah.
And she's so happy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, my heart. Oh, I love Aquino so much.
Yeah.
And because obviously I know what happens in the light novel, so.
Yeah. If I remember right, that was season 3. If I remember right. But yeah, that scene does make me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
It does. But Rias though, oh my god, when I think like one of my favorite scenes is like when they're like Rias, like they're fighting somebody and Issei is getting his ass whooped like normal, and they're like, Rias, he has to touch your boobs. And she's like, okay, fine, whatever. So then, this is why Issei is one of my favorite protagonists ever. He happily flies over there, and then he starts having this conundrum with himself, like, should I touch the left one or the right one? And for him, this was an actual conversation. Like, he really needed to think about this. And Rios is just like, just touch them both at the same time. And he's like, I never even considered that. And then he did. And then bad guy got them hands. I also like the part where he was fighting the white dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And Rios' brother was like, hey, if he really wanted to, he could half the size of everything. And he's like, yeah, I know, that's his thing. And he's like, he can also half the size of my sister's breast. And he's like, oh, hell no. And he just started whooping this dude's ass. Like, it was fantastic. Like, he just thought of all of them getting like their breasts like reduced in size, and he was legitimately getting angrier. And I love Issei so much. But
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The thing is, it's just like, to me, like, I actually think Akino and Rias are quite similar in terms of like characters, like, to me. And it's one of those things where it's just like, you like something or somebody, but you can't explain the reason, you just do.
That's fair.
And Akino just does that for me. Like, when her character got introduced and Issei's like interactions with like Akino specifically, I'm just like, I actually really, really like Akino. I can't even explain why I like her so much. I just do.
Yeah,
Granted, I have my reasons for putting Rias 5th on my list. Yeah, she's 5th on my list. I know, I'm sorry. But, like, Rosewise just goes 3rd, just mainly because, I kind of have a thing for, like, the teachers and stuff like that.
Is it as big as mine?
And Ravel is... I just grew to like Ravel in the light novel. I really did. And there's some moments in the light novel which I won't go into because of spoilers, but yeah, it's good.
Okay. I still feel like Rios is getting disrespected, but I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
I'm not trying to disrespect her.
I know, but that's the Rios fan out of me. like if she's not top 2, to me we have a problem. But we don't really have a problem. Like, it's your list, not mine.
Yeah.
I don't.
It is.
I don't. I have a question for you.
What's up?
Actually, because I was talking to Shooting Star Sheriff, and he was telling me like what everybody. And the thing is, he asked me a very like simple question, like, how do you feel about Ozzy? And I was like, I could care less about Ozzy. And he's like, but she's kind of like the one that's like closest to like Hinata though, right? And I was like, yeah, but she's kind of trash. like so like my question to you is, do you like Azia?
Do I like Azia?
Yeah.
I am.
Is this a kind of moment?
I think. Okay. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for what I'm about to say. I rate her higher than Koneko. I am out of like Rias, Azure, Aquino, Koneko, Irina, Zenobia, Rose Weiss, Ravel. Just mainly all of them. I rank Koneko last. I just do. I'm not saying Kaneko's a bad character, but if in terms of Aja, I like Aja better than Kaneko. She's okay, but she's not. She doesn't make me go like or mushy or anything inside. No, Aja doesn't do it for me.
You know, it's funny because I'd have Azia dead last, and I normally like love characters like Azia. I don't know what it is. She doesn't have it. I'll say that she doesn't have it.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. It's just like we're not saying she's a bad character, like, because she isn't. Well, to me, she isn't anyway.
I mean, her pretty much her only purpose is to heal and get kidnapped.
She's just practically Princess Peach. It's just like she just has healing powers.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
You know, this is pretty much what it is. But the one thing I gotta give credit for Aja for is, like, I genuinely think Aja's love for Issei, I actually think it's one of the most genuine, like, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's really cute, like it is, and you'd think that Azia would be like at the top of most people's lists. Like, she's a sweetheart who's DTF. You'd think that would be enough, but it's not. I think she would be a great like waifu if Rias and Akeno weren't in the show. I think they hold like they're sitting on like the seat of like the best girl, and it's a constant tug of war between the fans. And then there's, you know, the Zenobia fans, there's the Rose Weiss fans, there's the Kaneko fans, and then it's just like the Azia fans, like way in the back with their three flags, trying to wave it, trying to get a little bit of attention. But I don't think she's a bad character. I just, if she wasn't in the show, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem, right? You just said that without Rias or Aquino, she'd make a great waifu, right?
Pretty much.
But to us, kind of really, that's not true, because we ranked her near the bottom.
Right.
So even if Rias and Aquino was not in the show, we have other characters that we would prefer over her.
You know, that's the thing, though. I think that we love Rias and Akeno so much that there's really no other character, or at least for me. For me, it's Rias, then Akeno, and then a big gap, and then pretty much everybody else kind of like one step below each other. But I would agree. Like, for me, like, Aquino has such a big gap to Ravel in second place, but then like from there, it's just pretty close. But like Aquino, for me, it's just up there. Yeah, like if we wrap them up without Rias and Akeno, that would leave like more like screen time and like all that other stuff for like Azia to actually, you know, move up the ranks. Because like I said, she's a sweetheart. This DTF, she should be much higher. I mean, she did kind of get some leverage for me, like in the newer season with like the new art style. The new art style really did do a lot for her.
That was because the art style changed to be more like what the light novel was.
Yeah, it that helps with her cuteness. Maybe that was it. Maybe her and that art style didn't do it for me, but the new one, she was a lot cuter in the new one.
It's kind of hard to say, like, because like to me, like, even like with the art style change, like to me they're just the same like cast of characters, and like I still love Akino, and you know, and like I'm gonna say I just think Akino is more sexier than Mia, so I just think she is.
Is it because she's pretty much a succubus?
That helps.
I mean, like, she spends most of her time seducing Issei. That's pretty much it.
I mean, if I was Issei, I'd be all over that in a second.
But Issei is. It's just...
Well, he tries to be.
Pretty much. Rias does cock block a lot.
Exactly.
But hey, that's best girl for you.
I think if Rias didn't cock block so much, I think the majority of the girls might be pregnant by now. Yeah, definitely. Like, Issei don't hold back. Issei does not hold back. That's why I like him. He does not.
We've been talking about this for almost 20 minutes. We should move on to the next. Next thing. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. Our favorite and least favorite ship.
Oh boy. Now, spoiler, we had a conversation about this before recording.
Yep.
And I warned Taylor that I'm gonna go ham on the worst ship. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. All right. Okay. So my favorite ship. Ooh, is Naruhina. Should have seen that one coming, right? Favorite girl of all time.
Yeah.
But
should have seen that coming.
Yeah. But if to pick something else other than Naruhina, which is the obvious choice, I would probably have to go with for us. How about this? I'll go with a ship from way back in the day, which is Yusuke and Keiko. I think they pretty much set the benchmark for what loyalty looks like, especially with Keiko. Oh my god, Keiko was like the ideal girl back then.
You know, I'm going to look like a complete idiot right now, but I don't know who those two characters are.
They're from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
So, like, if you didn't see the show, you kind of don't know.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Another one that I really, really like is, Jesus Christ, I forgot his name. I forgot her name. But
who's the female?
I forgot her name too. It's the couple from My Love Story, I think it's called. I think that's it. I know there's I think it's My Love Story.
Oh, are you talking about the big guy and the small girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know their names. I haven't personally seen the show, but I know who you're on about.
Tell me, Google. Who am I talking about? I'd ask Siri, but I don't have an iPhone.
Because it's the guy with the, he's big with the big lips.
Yeah. The goat. I love that guy.
Hold on, let me have a look.
Come on. Yeah, Wikipedia, you do it. Characters. Toto.
Takeo Goda.
And Rinko.
And Linko, yeah.
Yeah. Those two are absolutely adorable together. I love them so much. Like, because Takeo's that dude. Like he's actually like like that guy. Like he's that dude that you would love like in real life. Like that's the guy that you're like all the dudes are like, that guy's awesome, and all the girls are like, he's too big and he's hideous. He doesn't look that good. But when he says like, but he's got like that heart of gold type of thing. And Rinko is literally the most adorable thing you'll ever see. Kind of. Kind of. Like,
she does look pretty cute, I have to admit.
Like she's the cutest thing. She is the cutest thing. And the best part about it is they don't wait until episode 12 to get together. I think they get together in like episode 3 or 4, I think. Which is why I love the show so much, because watching them interact with each other in a relationship type of way is just the best. But then again, do you want to say your least favorite or your favorite, and then I say my least favorite, and I hand the floor over to you to snap?
Because you know what's coming, because I told you. Okay, so favorite. Okay, so I have a few. One of my all-time favorites is Natsu and Lucy from Fairy Tail.
Oh. Oh. I like Lucy. I don't know why.
So much.
I don't know why people don't like Lucy. I don't get it.
Lucy's my favorite female character from Fairy Tail, personally.
Slow down.
I know people like Urza and stuff like that, but I love the fact that she can use celestial spirits. I just do. I just think that's really cool, and I love her interactions with Natsu. I just do. Oh, please get confirmed in Fairy Tail's 100-Year Quest, for the love of God.
I mean, aren't they already pretty much confirmed?
Yeah, not officially, no.
Okay.
Second. Oh, Jesus. I was a big. It's not like a favorite ship, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I was a big fan of Joey and Mai from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yes. That was the only ship that mattered.
Yeah, like, cause like I loved Joey Joey was my favorite character from the original series.
No.
I love Konata and Kagami from Lucky Star.
Okay.
I like Hitsugaya Momo from Bleach.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of favorites. Oh, Izuku and Ochiko for My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
But I have to mention this. Akane, I think her name's Akane, and I can't remember the main boy's character's name, but the two main characters from Tsukigakile. Oh my god! To people that don't know me, I love that show so much. Them two together melts my heart. Honestly, every time I watched the show, I had to like have a 5-minute break because my heart couldn't take how cute it was. Honest to God. But final recent one is Yuga and Matthew from We Never Learn. That's the last one I'll mention.
All right then. Okay. I'm glad you brought up Fairy Tail, because that reminded me of one of my favorite ships, which is Gajil and Levy. Jesus Christ. That's great.
That's confirmed.
That's great. Oh,
that's
yeah.
Confirmed.
See, I didn't know that because I don't watch or read Fairy Tail.
Yeah, that got confirmed ages ago. Spoilers for anyone out there, they're having a baby.
Yes! Oh my god, that's great. That's spectacular. I gotta get on Tsukigakure because I started watching and it bored me to death, but I'll listen to you and I'll give it a chance.
Please, for the love of God! Oh my God! It's just. I can't. if I'm literally going Gargo now, so I'm just gonna stop. Anyway, you go into worst.
Oh god. Okay. The ship that I hate, that I probably have hated. There's actually a couple now that I think about it. The ships that I hate the most are like Narusaku with Naruto and Sakura, because Sakura is a piece of trash. Sasuke and Sakura, because even though I hate Sakura, she could do better.
Yeah, 100% agree on that.
There's
Sasuke, I'm sorry.
Inuyasha Kagome can burn. I hate Kagome. I hate her so much. She's so annoying. I'll tell you another one I don't like. I don't like people who pair Sue and Mineta. I don't like that. I ain't down with that, dog. I don't do that. I don't do that. I can't.
See, I'm gonna say something that's very controversial here. I don't think Mineta is as bad as what people think he is.
I don't think he is either. I
mean, not being funny, like, there are guys out there that just openly admit they like the female body. I'm not condoning it, but there are characters out there.
Right? Like, I don't have a problem with him being, like, the perverted character. He's just kind of... I don't get why he's in 1A. I don't get that.
Oh, I think that was because of his grades.
But either way, like, aren't there supposed to be, like, the best of the best quirks in there?
No, well, Momo and Todoroki got in on recommendations, but their quirks are pretty cool anyway, so I see what you mean.
Let's see. What's another ship that I don't like? Oh, I'm going to trigger a bunch of people saying this. Kirito and Asuna. Because Sino was leagues better than Asuna. But then again, I don't like Kirito at all, so...
See, that's a topic for another day, because I know your opinions on Sword Art Online, and I don't think Sword Art Online is actually that bad.
That's what I said. I don't think it's that bad. I just don't like it.
I mean, I agree. I don't think Asuna's the best female character. Because my favourite's Silica. I think that's how you pronounce it. The one with the dragon.
Oh, yeah, she was cool. She was cool. I didn't catch feelings, but, you know.
Alright, shall I start going ham?
Go ahead, dog.
Okay. Now, I'm going to save it for last. Right?
Let me lean back in my chair.
One of the ships I hate the most, and this is going to be another controversial one, is Ash and Misty.
Nah, bruh. That's the only one for me, bruh.
To people that obviously don't know me, I don't rate Misty. I don't like her. I think she's one of the worst female protagonists in Pokemon.
Oof.
I rank her better than Iris. I'm not a fan of Misty. I'm not, and I don't like the fact of them two together. And ever since Ash Serena got introduced, it just made me hate the ship even more.
You're killing my heart right now.
Alright. Any ship with Sasuke, because I just hate him.
True enough.
I hate Ichigo Rukia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I am a massive Ichigo Orihime fan.
Okay, alright.
I just think that people needed to realize that Orihime had natural feelings from the beginning, and she had that scene, and I'm sorry, just because Rukia gave the Soul Reaper powers and whatever, nah. I thought it was pretty clear from the beginning where it was gonna go, and I just think Rukia, like the Ichigo Rukia fans were kind of clinging on to false hope, to be honest. Alright, okay. Now, I can't stand Ochiko Bakugo. Now, I am targeting the fans out there. I'm sorry, right? But how the fuck can you say Bakugo Ochiko is more canon than Izuku Ochiko? How? Just how? I'm sorry. I'm getting so mad already. Look, you're basing this shit off one fight where, oh my god, Bakugo respects her. This is why they should ship. Oh my god, they're standing next to each other in the panel. Oh my god, they're wearing the same necklace in a freaking fan art. No, just no. Oh my freaking god. I swear to god, if that shit ever became canon, I will drop My Hero. I'm telling it right now. I will drop it. I cannot stand that shit. I think the fans are a bit ridiculous. I'm not trying to hate on all of them because they're not all that bad. But some of the Kachigo fan base are a bit ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. Most fans that ship are ridiculous. But oh my god, to say it's more canon than Izuku Ochiko based off one fight. Oh my god. Like, I've had people say that Ochiko is admitted to liking Bakugo. When? Tell me what page? When? I'm sorry. Like, oh my... Ugh. I'm sorry. I can't stand it. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Let it out, man. Let it out. Jesus Christ.
God. I can't stand the shit. I just can't. I'd be very... Look, don't get me wrong. I know how popular Kachigo is. I know how popular it is. I just... The evidence does not support people saying it's canon. It just doesn't. I know Melissa's gonna come into the anime at some point. But personally, I feel if Izuku Ochiko doesn't happen, I just think it'd be a big shock. But I think at this point, I personally think it should become canon because we're so far into the story already. But again, like, it doesn't help that I don't really like Bakugo as a character because I think he's a dick. But you know, I just can't stand that shit. I just can't, and I'm gonna leave it at that because I could carry on for freaking hours.
That's fair, man. That is fair. I don't hate it to the extent that you do, but I can. If there's a ship that people could probably talk me into saying like it's kind of cute, like I don't hate it as much as you do. I do hate the ship because, to be totally honest, I'm kind of with you. Bakugo had to grow on me because I hated him in the beginning, and he's grown a little bit on me. Like the more I've come to understand him as a character, but he still has a little ways to go.
He's not so much of a dick now.
I'm just sick of listening to this guy scream at everybody. I'm just sick of it. But if
you know, I just can't see it happening, and this is what triggers me. It's just like the Kachigo fans are so confident that I'm not saying all of them, but some Kachigo fans are so confident it's going to be canon, despite all the evidence against it, and that is just what kind of irks me. It's just like, look, I don't mind you supporting a ship, like I don't mind it, but like to say it's going to be, you're so confident it's canon with the lack of evidence, it's just. I just think it's a bit silly, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm nothing but an honest person, and if I've offended anyone, I'm sorry, but it's just how I feel.
That's fair, man. I do hate the ship with you, but if there is any ship that I do hate, if someone could probably talk me into, it'd probably be that one. Probably.
I'd like to see someone try and convince me to get into that ship, but it's never gonna goddamn happen. Oh my god.
Okay, it's okay.
Let's move on. Next topic.
Yeah, next topic. Oh, we're gonna rank the quints from the quintessential quintuplets. This should be fun.
Do you want to go fifth to first, or?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's murder everybody's expectations.
Okay, so who do you rank fifth?
Dead last. That would be Itsuki.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I really don't like Itsuki. Is that Itsuki? Yeah, her. Yeah, no.
The redhead, the one that got introduced first.
Yes, the redhead that got introduced first. She bores me to death.
Okay, fair.
Out of all of them, I think she's the most boring. And next to Nino, I don't know why she was so against Homie teaching them. Mm-hmm. Pretty much because I don't even remember what happened. What happened? Because it wasn't that serious. And she went above and beyond to just not help him at all. I didn't.
I think it's because I just think Nino wanted it to just be the sisters and just like, because you know how Nino was like with like her being wanted to just like have spent so much time with her sisters, how she loves her sisters so much, and she didn't want anyone invading that. I just think it might have been just that.
Even then, like, Jesus Christ, let the guy do his job.
I know. Okay, so fifth for me is Ichika. Now,
damn.
I have my reasons.
Damn.
All I'm going to say, you don't do my girl like you have done, Ichika. You don't do it. It's a spoiler on who I've put first, but you just don't do it. So people will already figured out who my favourite is by now, but you do not do my favourite like you've done. You don't do it. You've made an enemy out of me now, and I'm sorry, but you're dead last.
Well, alright.
Anyway, number 4.
Number 4 is Nino.
Oh, yeah, yours is Nino. Mine... I can't do a tie. Crap. I'd probably say Itsuki. I like Itsuki. I like the other 3 better. I feel bad because like Itsuki's not that bad.
I mean, don't feel bad. I put her dead last because I don't like her, so you shouldn't feel that bad.
Yeah. All right, third.
Probably Itsuka. I like Itsuka. I don't know what she did to you, but she ain't do nothing to me.
Well, third for me is Yotsuba.
Fair enough.
I won't spoil to the people out there who don't read the manga, but what's happened recently in the manga has put her... Because, like, to be honest, at one point Yotsuba was lost for me. But Yotsuba's grew on me, and something's happened in the manga recently, and has made me, like, feel for her, and, like, I'm just starting to really like her. So, yeah, Yotsuba is third.
Okay. Do you want to know who my number 2 is?
My second is Nino.
Nino?
She's Sundala. As people know, I love Sundalas. I kind of knew from the beginning where her character was going. I kind of knew she was going to be the Cinderella type, and have a soft spot for sentinels. I'm sorry, I just don't know why.
It's okay, because I sure as hell don't. My number 2 is Miku.
Wow, okay.
Now here's the thing. Do I like Miku? Yes. Yes, I do. Miku's probably the cutest one. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely probably the cutest one. Do I like Miku as much as everybody else? No. I just liked my number 1 just a tad bit better.
Yeah, that makes your number 1 Yotsuba, right?
Yep. Because she was a bundle of fun.
Okay. I can see why.
I part of me just liked Yotsuba better. Because pretty much she was the only one that didn't want to kick the guy out immediately.
I really want to say something right now, but I can't.
I take it as a spoiler.
It's a spoiler I can't say to the people, because it's a pretty big one. I can't say anything.
Ooh.
I can't. I could tell you maybe after the podcast, but I can't say it now.
Okay. And I take it your number 1 is said Miku.
It is. Miku is so adorable. My heart goes out to her so much. She's trying so hard for Futuro. It actually just melts me. I knew like Miku was the most popular, and to be fair, I don't think she's as popular, like, she's still the most popular one. Like, if you browse like the internet and stuff like that, Miku is most popular by, I wouldn't say by a mile, but she's the most popular. And I can see why people like her so much. Do I think she's going to win? No. And that hurts me really badly. I think I know who's going to win. Because it's between 2 characters. But I won't say who. I just think as a guy who reads the manga, I think it's going in a certain direction. I personally think you can definitely rule out one of the Quints. Again, not saying who, but the rest are up in the air. But I think there's 2 clear favourites, and if it's not one of those 2, I'll be surprised.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Miku. She's the cutest one. Like, period. Like, that's not even up for discussion.
The amount of fan art of her
is overwhelming.
Oh god, yeah.
I haven't seen a character get that popular since 02. And if we're being completely honest, Miku's better than 02.
But I know what you're talking about, because there was fan art of 02 like everywhere.
Yep. And if we're being honest, Miku's probably better than 02.
Oh, hands down. I'm sorry, but yeah, of course.
I mean, let me not trigger people with that opinion.
I think I've triggered enough people already. I don't really mind if I trigger more.
Embrace the hate.
I expect it. I expect a lot coming my way, but hey.
Oh boy. Okay, next topic, which should be an interesting one: Naruto versus Bleach. So, I'm gonna put this in 2 different categories. Which one do I think is better, and which one do I like better? Which might sound like the same thing, but it's not.
It does sound like the same thing, to be honest.
I know it sounds the same, but it's not. So
Which do I prefer? I prefer Naruto.
okay.
I prefer the cast of characters. I know, like, I suppose you can sort of call it similar, like the characters in Naruto have, you know, a signature ninjutsu or taijutsu, whereas Bleach has signature, like, bankais and everything like that. I also prefer the fights in Naruto to Bleach.
Which is very, very true.
Because I've got to put it out there, Rock Lee faces Gaara is one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yep.
I love that fight.
Yep.
In the Chunin exams.
Yep. Spectacular.
That was such a good fight. I felt so bad for Rock Lee. Oh my god. But what about you? What do you think is better, or what do you like better, etc.?
So, if you've been on this channel for an extended period of time, you know that because I've said it like 5 times, Bleach is the weakest of the big 3. By a long shot. It is the weakest of the big 3. Does that mean that it's not a good show or a great show? No, it's really good, but it's pretty weak at the same time. Which anime do I think is better? Naruto. Characters, story, pretty much the plot, you know, the music. I'll give the music to Bleach because Bleach has some dope music.
Oh, I disagree. I prefer Naruto's.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up. I'm talking about openings and endings, though, not like OSTs.
I am talking openings and endings.
Oh, no, like, openings and endings, I give it to Bleach. Because I like a lot more Bleach openings and endings than I do Naruto openings and endings.
See, the thing is, I think it's a bit unfair, though, because, like, if I think about it, actually, I think it's a bit unfair because like Naruto had Naruto and the Shippuden openings, where Bleach was just, you know, just Bleach. If I think about it, okay, put it this way, right? If it was just Naruto, like the original Naruto series, I'd give the openings to Bleach. If it was combined, I'd give it to Naruto, but I think that's a bit.
It's a bit unfair.
Then again, me and you have different opinions when it comes to Bleach openings, because my favourite you don't like.
Wait, which one's your favorite?
Asterix, the first one.
Oh yeah, I can't say that I hate it. I don't like it at all. Like, out of all of them, it's probably my least favorite.
Like, my favorite is Asterix, the first one, then it's the second one, Detect No Life, and then it's Rambo No Melody.
Man,
I don't remember which opening that is, though.
Like,
is it 13? Maybe? I don't know.
Like that's the thing for me. Like, for me, Naruto, off the top of my head, has 3 openings that I can listen to all day long on repeat. Bleach has like 6 that I can listen to all day on repeat. But yeah, music goes to Bleach for me. What's the other one? Personal enjoyment. I might have to. No, it goes to Naruto. No, I like Naruto. I personally enjoy Naruto a little bit better than I did Bleach.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. I do have to give the moment that pissed me off the most to Bleach. And when I say pissed me off, as in, like, it made me mad about what happened. And This is a spoiler to people that don't read Bleach or watch Bleach. But spoiler, stop now if you don't want to hear it. It's when they were fighting Aizen, right? And to the people who don't know, Hitsugaya is my favorite Bleach character. When Hitsugaya, what it looked like, stabbed Aizen, but then in reality he stabbed Momo, I literally screamed at the top of my lungs, "No! What the fuck?" I literally had to walk out my house, walk to town for a good half hour because I was so mad. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, Isaac, you're such a bastard. Oh my god.
I know. That's the point. That okay. As far as memorable moments for me, and when I say memorable moments, I mean moments that are just gonna stick with me in a good way and not stick with me in a bad way, like what sometimes in Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, there are two moments in Bleach that will stick with me literally forever. And that's when at the end of the whole like Soul Society, arc, and they're about to go home, and Ichigo's running away from Kenpachi. Because Kenpachi's like, and when he like I watched the dub, don't kill me.
I also watched the dub.
Like Ichigo was hiding, I think, like in someone's house, and there's, oh no, they said Ichigo, Kenpachi wants to fight you. And Ichigo just jumped out a window and he started running away, which is comedy gold to me. And then eventually, there's this scene where Renji's running by the screen. He's like, "Has anybody seen Rukia?" And then right after that, Kenpachi runs by and he screams, "Ichigo, come out and fight me." That has stood out to me, and probably my favorite moment in Bleach, because I don't like Ichigo whatsoever, is when Grimmjow first showed up and he beat the crap out of him. Like, literally beat him so bad that his blood was like just rain in the air. He left him in a crater, and Renji, of all people, showed up, looked at Ichigo bleeding, beaten down, beaten to a pulp in the bottom of a crater, and asked him the greatest question that's ever been asked. He asked him, "Did you win?" And I remember, because I used to watch it like way back when it would come on Adult Swim, like back in the day, like on Saturdays, and I watch it with my two friends. I swear to you, all three, well, maybe not all three, me and Shooting Star Sheriff, he was one of the friends, me and him legitimately laughed for 15 minutes. And we still laugh to this day over that scene. That has just stuck with me like forever. But yeah, for the most part, Naruto is filled with scenes, but the ones that stick with me will always make me sad. Every single time. We could go Haku and Zabuza on the bridge.
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
That was awful. We could talk about one of my favorite fights was like Hinata versus Neji during the Chunin exams. Like, people don't really talk about that one much, but like for me, that was like the character development for like Hinata, and then she became my favorite character, and she just got her ass whooped and she almost died, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, I hate you, Neji. So, when he got that uppercut from Naruto in the next round, I was pretty happy.
No, because I still remember when I first read and watched Naruto. Obviously I've told you, but to the people listening to the podcast, Shikamaru is my favourite Naruto character. I got so triggered when he had Tamari beat. He had her beat.
He just gave up.
He gives up. I was just like, are you actually serious?
Oh no!
Can't do this to me. And I'm always sticking to my beliefs. Shikamaru won that match. I do not care what anyone says. He won that match. He just, I know for a fact he would have found a way to win. He just gave up.
Oh, everybody knew that he won the match. It's just the fact that he was so lazy he didn't want to keep going. He's like, yeah, I give up. This is too much of a pain.
And this is the thing, right? This is why I love Shikamaru so much. How can one character be so lazy, yet be so goddamn awesome?
I mean, hey, like he does pull that off. He does pull that off.
Granted, he has my favorite jutsu. Like, I think the ability to manipulate shadows is so cool.
That is cool. I'm not gonna lie, like, Naruto's Rasengan and all its variations is probably my favorite, like, attack in anime. Like, I absolutely love it. Oh, that's probably one of my favorite standout moments is when he first used the Rasengan against, what's his name? Is it Kabuto?
Kabuto, yeah.
Yeah, he used it against him and he went like flying and spinning in a circle and hit a rock. That was pretty great for me. But yeah, like,
oh, and when he hit that last thing again on, I think it's Kakezu in the Shikamaru arc. Oh, that was so sick.
yeah. Like, Naruto is just hands down better than Bleach. It just is. And a lot of people think it does have its moments, and people think that I absolutely can't stand Bleach, and that's not the case. I don't like Ichigo, personally, but Bleach itself is a really good show. It's just you get great, and then really good. Like, that's just how it is.
See, the thing is, it's just like I really like series like Naruto because it's just like the reason why I like Naruto so much is because Naruto was hated by pretty much everybody except for what's the teacher's name?
Iruka?
Yeah, and
Hinata.
And Hinata, and like literally, and then like everyone. Well, I say, you know what? I actually also could put Shikamaru in that bracket because obviously, if you've watched the whole Naruto, Shikamaru actually didn't mind hanging out with Naruto when he was young.
Yeah.
He actually thought like the abuse Naruto get was bad. He actually stated it himself. I just think Naruto's story gripped me more than Bleach, and I have a really big weakness for tournament arcs. I really love like tournament arc aspects, so that when like after the Zabuza arc we got to the tuning exams, it gripped me then, and then the majority of the tuning exams fights were actually really good, and it's just like, okay, I'm really into this series now, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Like, my thing with Bleach and why I don't hold it in such a high regard is just the simple fact that, first of all, Ichigo is not that interesting of a character, to me anyway. He gets handed his powers literally every single time. Outside of the Rukia arc and basically everything to do with Aizen, everything else was not very good. Literally everything else was not very good. They had a chance to end it, in my own opinion, the perfect way, with Ichigo losing his powers and then going back to a normal life. They decided to have an entire arc about him getting his powers back and having it all be a trick, and then once again they just hand him his powers back. So the one
thing I do feel sorry for is the fact that Bleach's ending got rushed.
Now, with that being said, I answered this in the first podcast, and I'll say it again. If Bleach comes back, I'd be hyped. Pretty much, I'd be hyped. I'd be excited to see Bleach again. Not for Ichigo, probably more for the other characters that I like that never got any screen time whatsoever, with like Kenpachi and Sunsui, and they're not gonna get much time, and it's gonna kill me. But you know, hey, that's the thing with Bleach. You don't necessarily love the main characters. It's basically everybody else, or most of everybody else. But
yeah, I get it. I mean, if Bleach did come back, I'd look forward to it, and then like I would hope that the anime would give a better ending than what Bleach's manga did.
Oh yeah, apparently people were rioting over that.
Well, yeah, I mean, when Bleach ended, like there was videos of like them burning the manga, like setting it on fire, everything like that, which I think is really disrespectful to the writer, by the way. You should never goddamn do that. It was just unfortunate, but I can't see Bleach coming back. I can't see it. But you never know.
I mean, that is disrespectful to the writer, but at the same time, the writer already has their money.
Oh yeah.
So like part of me feels like he'd be like, "Oh my god, that's trash," and be hurt, but be wiping his tears with their money. That's what I see. But yeah, let's move to the next topic.
Yep.
Which is music anime versus sports anime. I guess which one do we think is better? I guess.
This is to me. This one's tough. Because I've only seen because I don't watch idol series, right? On the top of my head, the three music series I've seen is Kono Otatamale, which aired this year, and the second season's coming out soon. Your Lie in April, which is a beautiful masterpiece, by the way, and K-On!
Yeah. I'll put it like this. I give music the slight edge over sports because for the most part in sports anime, it's always pretty much the same story being told over and over again, but with like different sports. Like, it's either the main character has no idea how to play this sport, but he's actually really good at this sport, or it was a guy who has like all this talent in the world to play this sport, and he has to go help this very, very lonely team get to the finals and win for once for our senpais. And with music, you got a whole lot that you can actually do with music. Now, I can say that, but for sports, if it's the right sport, and when I say right sport, I mean something like different that I wouldn't normally be into, like for instance, with free, in real life I could care less about competitive swimming, and then there's but free is fantastic. And you got Welcome to the Ballroom, which I was super hyped for just because it was an anime about ballroom dancing, and it did not disappoint me.
That is such a good series.
There's, I think Honey Bado, like the anime about badminton. I thought that was pretty good. I thought, well, for one, they took it way too seriously. Like it was, they made it so extreme at one point that I was just like, I really can't take this seriously. You're about to go play badminton. But all in all, I did enjoy the show. Now with music, Kono Oto, I love Kono Oto. Yeah,
I'm reading a manga of that. It's so good.
Your Lie in April, That.
Oh, don't. The ending. No.
You know the funny part?
Oh, my heart.
The ending didn't make me cry. I literally saw it coming from the middle of the show. So I mentally prepared myself. And then what got me was the letter more than the actual thing that happened.
Oh, when she confessed.
Like, pretty much, which I really, like part of me was like, I don't like this because you're confessing through a letter instead of, like, in person. But then again, her circumstances didn't really allow her to do that.
Yeah.
But for me, like, the first, like, half of, like, him getting through his own personal demons was great to me. There's a show that's airing right now. It's called Given. And that's really good. That's really good. It's a yaoi, but hey, it's still pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that.
K-On! Was just
Adorable.
yeah, but there wasn't much music going on.
No, but let's be honest, the opening and endings are really good.
I mean, they are, but if you're gonna be a music anime, I need music.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sound Euphorium, that was spectacular.
Oh, can I just interject one thing?
What's up?
Can I just go back to the ship thing for 1 second? There's one ship I forgot to mention that I really like, and I think we both agree.
Okay.
Nishikata and Takagi from Skill Teaser Takagi-san.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I just need to point out that the ship is amazing. I prefer sports to music.
That's fair.
I disagree in a sense because I can think of a series right at the top of my head that goes against what you said.
About what?
Baby said about like the main character not being never played a sport and then suddenly being very good, or a character being great from the beginning and joining a weak team. Because the anime that comes to mind that I think counteracts that is Baby Steps.
What happens in Baby Steps? I've never seen it.
So Baby Steps is a kid called Mario Echiro, who's like a class A like student, gets class like really good grades and whatnot, but he wants to take up a sport because he feels like he lacks fitness, and then so he tries out tennis and he's actually really bad at it. But what I love about Baby Steps, he gradually gets better, not like instantly gets better. Like instantly is so good, he gradually gets better. Okay. So you literally go through his series of like his journey of becoming a good tennis player, and there's romance in it as well. I'm not gonna lie, but I just think Baby Steps goes against that trope. If I'm gonna mention sports anime, I have to mention Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Haikyuu is. Oh, I can't believe I would ever get so hyped over freaking volleyball.
I know.
Here I am getting very hyped over volleyball.
Yeah, like that's like the beauty of like anime. That's what they do. They'll give you a premise that you're just like, this is gonna be trash, and then it's like, this is amazing.
Yeah, there's a series. There's a biking series. It's not Yoramushi Pedal for people out there. It's an actual series called Overdrive. It's about a kid who didn't really know how to ride a bike, and he gradually starts learning, and then competes in an event, and then like it's just like really good. One thing that is the same trope as what you said, but I still think the series is very good, is Prince of Tennis.
Oh yeah, like I'm not saying that following that trope is like a bad thing, because a lot of really, really good anime are still really, really good sports anime, and they follow that trope. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Days. I think that's the name of it.
Days. I read the manga.
Yeah, Days. Like, I don't like soccer at all, or football, however you want to say it. I know it was football I know it was football first, and then we over here in the States took the name, and then we just started calling it soccer. Hey, but I didn't like it, but my friend loves it, and I watched it with her, and I did enjoy it. The only thing that I kept telling her was that if by the end of this show, if he doesn't make a goal, I'm gonna lose my mind. And to the best of my knowledge that I remember, he never made a goal.
He did. He scored 1.
Did he? Okay. All right, that's fantastic. But then you have...
I'm gonna mention this. I actually think in the manga, correct me if I'm wrong, to people who read the manga, that I actually think that goal he scored is the only one he has.
At least he got the one.
That's a lot of chapters.
I mean, at least he got the one. At least he wasn't... at least he's like, I really like doing this. I'm not going to give up doing it. I'm going to keep doing it because I really, really like it. There's I think there's an anime about archery.
Sukune.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to watch that one yet, but I hear that one's really good.
I enjoyed that.
There's one about running that came out recently.
Run Like the Wind is amazing.
See, I hear that, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I really do. Like, me personally, I despise running. Like, being in the military, there's one thing that we all hated to do, it was running. And if you like running, we would beat the hell out of you. We hated running so much. But
One Like the Wind is really good. Although there's 2 actually, because there's Prince of Stride, and then there's but Prince of Stride is more parkour.
Oh.
But yeah, the one you're talking about is One Like the Wind. But going back to Days, you know how the main character's like?
Yeah.
Baby Steps is similar, but Ichiro is, I think, just a more of a better male character, and he learns quicker. Put it that way. Okay.
But, if you're asking me what sports anime is my favorite, my absolute favorite, I tell you, Dan, Welcome to the Ballroom. That's what I would tell you. Because personally, I just adore that show. I just do. I just love it.
That's so hard for me, because the thing is, it's just I'm a pretty sporty person. Even though I'm a big guy, I love my sports. Over here, I love my football/soccer. I even like American football. I like tennis. I like most sports. I do love Prince of Tennis. I do love Hajime no Ippo. Oh man. You know what? I might have to either give it a Haikyuu or Run Like the Wind. I think Run Like the Wind is just very, very good. I think for a running series, I think it's so good.
I might have to give that a chance beyond my own personal feelings just about running.
I think it's worth a shot. I think it's really good.
But I probably for me, sports and music are kind of the same.
2 different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's I know that I can watch both of them and enjoy them, but unless I they're kind of if I'm in the mood for it,
Oh yeah.
If I'm not the thing is with me and Welcome to the Ballroom, when I was looking up, what animes were coming out to do the hype train, and I saw there was I literally read it, and it's there's an anime about ballroom dancing. this is going to be amazing. Like, that's what I told myself. So I hyped myself up to watch it, and it didn't disappoint. Now, which is really, really funny, because I loved everything about it, and my friends were just like, this art is weird, I can't really get it. And I'm just like, the art's different, but it's not bad.
I've seen worse.
I have also seen a lot worse, but after they got past like the initial like art that isn't like, you know, hey, this is like beautiful art, you know what I mean? Like, once they got past the art, they fell in love with the show too. And literally when it was over, I was thinking to myself, I need more. Like, this is great. I love it so much. I love it so much.
It's really unfortunate though, like, that the person who makes the manga, she's always ill.
Yeah, that...
Yes, to people out there, the writer is female. If you didn't know.
Wow, it's spectacular. But, yeah, but for, like, the most part, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd probably pick sports. Because whenever I look at like a musical anime, I always kind of get like a I don't know feel from it. I've never been hyped for one. I've been hyped for more sports than I have music, but I have loved a lot of music anime.
Yeah, I mean, you have great music animes, you have great sports anime. Personally, I also just get more hyped for sports.
Right. Okay, moving on. This one's a long one. This one's from Anime Pal, and shout out to you if you're listening. Okay. Oh, okay. What do you think of anime that actively cut out parts of the original source material? And then he left some examples like Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, Alpharetta. Do you think studios do this because of time constraints, or do they try to draw in, you know, anime-only viewers who never plan on reading the original manga or light novel? And do we think that anime that follow the original material as closely as possible to be more enjoyable, or is it okay to let studios make changes and cut out scenes as they see fit?
Oh boy, long one. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so the first part, it's really difficult because you have to think about obviously the time constraints, because not every series that gets adapted from a light novel gets the time to adapt everything. And even if they had so many episodes, I still think they would cut out certain aspects because, one, they feel like it's unnecessary and not needed. You know, it's really, really, really difficult to judge. I think it's okay to make changes, but I also think I personally prefer if they stick to the original material. But if they do make changes, I hope and I would assume they've discussed it with the creator of the light novel to be like, we're making this change, is that okay? Because if they don't do that, then I don't agree with it. Right. It's a really difficult question, really, because it's hard.
Right. Let's see. To answer the questions in order, I think it's fine when they cut out like certain stuff, you know, as long as it's not like something like major. But I do get at the same time that there are like little minute details that should be put in, but if you try to squeeze them all in, the entire show feels rushed.
Yep.
The time constraints is, yeah, that's a big thing for it too. Like a lot of shows can't get like 12, 13 episodes, and they might need 26. you know, like that those things happen. As far as drawing in like an anime only viewers, that could also be a thing. But my biggest thing with that is I feel like if you're making an anime, you want it to be enjoyable for anime watchers and manga readers. And like, take it from me, like if I love an anime, it really depends on how I feel about it personally that would make me go and read the manga or like the source material. Because the last anime that I did that with, like legitimately, without someone saying, hey, read this manga, was Prison School. Because
I wasn't expecting that.
The thing with me in Prison School is I loved Prison School so much, and I saw that it was leaving off on a place that was like going to be amazing for like the next season, but I felt like deep down in my heart that Prison School season 2 was not gonna come. So I was like, I want to know what this is, what's gonna happen. And I went and I read the manga, and for people who haven't read the manga yet, I would encourage you to go read that manga. I mean,
I actually have a good example. So an anime that made me want to read the manga is Bakuman, which funny enough is a series about making a manga.
Right.
But that show, that first season gripped me so hard, I was just like, I have to read the manga. And this is the thing, right? There is always the option, and which is good about light novel series that get made into an anime. You've never heard of it, right? You've never heard of this light novel series until you've seen and watched the anime. Anime could make you want to go buy the light novels. It generally can, and that's the good thing about these adaptations, is they can make you go and do this.
Right.
But there's been series, I can't remember the series on the top of my head, but it was a series that got made from like I think Isekai, I think it's Isekai with the the Isekai series with a smartphone.
Yeah.
I know from a few people that apparently they cut out a lot of stuff from that. And that's why, like, to me, when I was watching the series and, like, I was browsing, like, Reddit and stuff, the general consensus was, like, people didn't like it that much. And I put it down to, like, it was rushed. Couldn't add all the content to it. Because I go to the light novel Reddit and I question about it, and they said actually the light novel was actually really decent, but they've just cut out too much, and that's the problem.
Okay, I can feel you on that, but I'm not like a big light novel reader. Like I don't think I haven't read a single one. As far as manga, I'm a little bit there. I don't read a lot of manga. I'm not going out of my way to read a lot of manga. But every now and again, I'll feel like, hey, I wonder if there's a new manga to read, and I'll go find one. The only thing that I have ever like kind of felt this with, which isn't really fair, because it was a game, and it was like 100+ hour game, and it had only like 24 episodes. I'm talking about Persona 5, by the way.
Oh, that's such a good game.
Yeah, I do love that game. And like, I knew for a fact, because I had seen Persona 4, I seen the Persona 4 animes. I had never played the games for them. Now I watched a YouTuber play it, Jay from the Cub Scouts. That guy's amazing. I watched him play the game. I remember how long it took him to play the game and how like the episodes. So, and like that's like the biggest part of the anime that I didn't like is how quickly it went. It brushed over so much. Like it brushed over like palaces. It brushed over a lot of confidants. And I hated it personally, but I could understand it because they only had the 24 episodes to do it. And then That was before I knew it got like green lighted for like another like, I guess like OVAs where they went to certain parts. They had 2 OVAs afterwards. And my biggest thing was like, I wish that he could go through everybody's confidant, at least the people in his party, like at least like the Phantom Thieves. Like I get they didn't get to like the kid, he couldn't get to like the doctor or like the fortune teller. Like he couldn't get to them. I get it. They've made appearances and it was cool to see them. I hate the fact he didn't get a lot of time with Kawakami, but you know, hey, that's me personally and my bias.
That's just you being biased.
Yeah, that's me being straight up biased with like best girl. So, you know.
Hey. She's not best girl.
Yes, she is.
Let's not get into that.
Yes, she is.
Because Anne is best girl.
I love how we're polar opposites.
That's a topic for another day.
I love how we're polar opposites. It's so much fun.
but like, you know, see, this is like a good thing. Like a good. I'm going to give Rising of the Shield Hero a good example, right? Look how popular that got. Right, bear in mind, Rising of the Shield Hero was popular anyway before the anime came out. But the Rising of the Shield Hero anime got so popular, it not only got a second season, but also a third. And I've personally never seen that happen. Like a light novel series getting a second season and a third season getting out straight afterwards. I was shocked, but...
Yeah, me too. Rest in peace, No Game, No Life fans.
Yes, rest in peace, No Game, No Life fans. But, because like, take our, how do you say it, Avatar? The series that's airing now.
Oh, yeah, I watched a few episodes. I'm not that into it.
Okay, so, I'm gonna put a spoiler out there, right?
Alright.
So, you know the blonde?
Right.
The blonde. This is where they had to cut stuff out of the light novel, because in the light novel, when they got together, him and the blonde, well, to put it bluntly, they have sex quite a bit.
Nice.
You know, and obviously stuff like that, they kind of need to cut out, you know?
I mean, they can keep it in, they just have to tone it,
at least.
like, tone it down.
Yeah, but, I see. There's also like series like Grimgar that I feel like deserved a second season but hasn't got one.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
No Game No Life is another example.
Like I'm just waiting on that question to pop up. Like, what shows deserve a season 2? Oh wait, it already did.
Oh, that question did pop up. I saw it.
Yeah, we answered that before in another one. I'm waiting for it to pop up again because they want more examples.
Well, the series I wanted to get a second season's got one, which is ReZero, so I'm happy.
Isn't it funny how Anime Paladin hates ReZero?
I didn't even know he hated it, but...
Oh, yeah. He put it on that thing that was going around Twitter where it was like, anime I hate, anime that I think is overrated, like that thing.
Oh, no way, yeah, I did see that, because I remember the comment. I remember saying to him, how the fuck are you not like ReZero?
I was just like, bro, you gotta talk to me on this one.
I remember that, because I got freaking triggered.
I'm like, my thing is, like, you can have whatever opinion that you so choose, just as long as you can, like, tell me why, like, explain it to me, then I'm more likely to let it go.
Well, like, I remember seeing one of those statuses, and this is off topic a bit, but I remember, and then they put the anime they hated the most was Lucky Star, and I got instantly triggered. Lucky Star's my favorite anime. And I was just like, I literally took off my headphones for like 5 seconds. I was just like, deep breath, and then I started typing. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you not like Lucky Star? It's so good, etc., etc. Oh my god.
The only thing that actually kind of like triggered me, like a little bit, not even like a lot with that, was when they were like, what anime do you think is overrated? And they put Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And part of me was like, what? But then, like, when I sat back and I thought about it and I said, okay, is it actually overrated? And I came to the conclusion that it might be to some people, but other people, it's just fine. For me, it's just fine. I liked the original better.
I can't remember what I put as overrated, actually. I actually can't remember.
Yeah, I think... Oh, damn. Oh, I put Bleach. I remember, like, I put Bleach, and then I told people to relax, so I still liked it. And
I put Yuri on Ice. I think I might have done.
Maybe. Well, that's because Yuri on Ice is... It's a tad underrated. Not underrated, overrated. It's a tad overrated. But that's because, you know, fangirls being fangirls.
No! I put Tokyo Ghoul.
Ooh. Ouch. Bro. Why?
I don't even think it's that interesting.
Okay. Okay, I get that. I get that. It does kind of drag a little bit.
Like, I just... Honestly, like, I read the first few chapters and then I dropped it. I was just like, nah, not for me.
I didn't even read the manga. I just watched the anime.
Like, okay, if you want to talk about overrated, I mentioned this in a... Well, I have mentioned this. I can't remember if it was the video that I'm trying to put out, but freaking YouTube keeps blocking me. I will openly admit that I think the Kaguya-sama opening is overrated. I genuinely think... I don't even like the song.
Why are you like this?
Hey, you knew this before we started.
Why are you like this? Oh my god.
I have a difference of opinion with most people, okay?
I don't think me and you have agreed on like 2 things out of like 47 things that we've talked about. I love that song so much.
It's the fact we don't like Bakugo Ochiko, because I tell you what, if I heard you say you like that shit, I would have ended this right now.
Jesus. I love that opening so much. It's so much fun for an opening. Oh my god.
It is.
I mean, but then again, you don't like Odd Future, and I don't get why. I don't get why.
No. No, it's not like I don't like it. I like it. I just think it's the worst one. Yeah, but my favorite one's Peace Sign, and you said that was the worst one.
That's one I didn't like. That's my least favorite.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna say this. When I hear the word worst, I think bad. That's what I think when I hear the word worst.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I like it.
That's why I usually say least favorite, or I try to say least favorite.
You know, I like To Love Ru. You don't like To Love Ru.
I don't care for To Love Ru. Like, I'll watch it. I just don't care that much for it.
Yeah. So, I'm just trying to think one more I can add to the light novel topic. I don't know if I can. I think it's just very difficult to judge.
Yeah, I usually... My thing is, as long as the show itself is enjoyable, it shouldn't matter. And if
exactly.
And if the light novel is different, that gives people who enjoyed the anime a reason to go read the light novel or read the manga or stuff like that. But for the most part, I just like it when the shows are good. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, but as long as the show is good, that's the main thing. It's just, to be honest, it's just like I think it's very hard because it's just like even like when a series is diverting from like a manga, even manga or light novel, it honestly just depends on the time that is given to them. It really does. I think the only thing I think is acceptable, really, is when an anime is made from a visual novel. Because I'm sorry, visual novel is just there's too much to adapt, especially even in like a 24 episode. To me, I think that's too much.
There is a lot of material there.
Like visual novels are just too hard to adapt in my eyes. And like with anime originals, well, they're anime originals. You don't. It's just very hard. I just think it just depends on the time constraint. And even if it's I think a good example of a 12, 13 episode that's done right from a light novel is Konosuba.
Yeah. Let's take it back. Yeah. I can see that.
You know, because Konosuba, like, without a doubt, is so funny. Although, again, Megami is overrated, but I didn't say that.
Okay, for everybody listening, I love all three of them equally, but if you held a gun to my head and told me that I had to pick one, I pick Darkness.
Yeah, and Darkness is my favorite regardless. I just prefer Darkness and Aqua over Megumin.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I love Megumin? Yes. I have a plushie of her sitting, like, on my wall. I love Megumin. Like, she's great. I adore her. But if I had to pick one, I pick Darkness.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying Megumin is bad.
She's by far the most believable.
I quite like Megumin. I just think she's had overrated Darkness more. Boy, I'm gonna get hated in the comments.
Oh boy. But yeah, AP, that's what we think about that. Last question. Your favorite anime fights?
Oh, anime fights. Well, I think I mentioned Rock Lee versus Gara.
Right.
I'm not mentioning any Dragon Ball Z fights because I don't like Dragon Ball.
Oh my god. I mean, I say that, but I'm not watching Super at all.
I'm sorry, just... Jeez. Put it this way, my favourite character in Dragon Ball was Krillin. That says it all, really.
I mean, Krillin wasn't that bad. Krillin was that dude.
I mean, Krillin got Android 18. I think he wins in the end. Like...
Yeah.
Like, my problem with Dragon Ball... I didn't like the fact that there was episodes where it was just constant screaming, just trying to get Super Saiyan. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
Favorite fights. Ippo against... I can't remember the guy's name when Ippo world title. That's one of my favorites. Shikamaru faces Hidan.
Okay.
It's hard because I don't really watch that many action type series. Oh, Izuku faces Todoroki. That was a good fight.
It actually was, yeah.
Natsu and Gajio faces Sting and Rogue in the Grand Magic games. When Natsu just went ham and just beat the crap out of Sting and Rogue 1-on-2.
Right, okay.
I know Black Clover has a few good fights, but I can't remember off the top of my head. What about you?
Okay, like
I'm expecting the Dragon Ball fight to show up.
oh, most definitely. But it's been knocked down a couple notches because of what happened after it. Like, usually with me and like fights, I look at like the grand scheme of things and what the fight means, like for the show, like the build up to it, you know, the suspense around it and the consequences of what's going to come after it, you know. And I look at, like, my original favorite fight ever was Gohan versus Cell in the Cell games for Dragon Ball Z, because of how like brilliantly it was handled. Like, it was handled brilliantly. From like the very beginning, there was little hints and that Gohan was way stronger than a lot of people, and it just, he couldn't bring it out. And once he brought it out against Cell, forever, like, it was a huge character moment for Gohan personally, you know, period. And it was what it was supposed to be, was supposed to be Goku carrying the torch, right? Well, Goku passing the torch, not carrying the torch. Goku passing the torch to Gohan as being the new, like, you know, leader of like the Z Fighters, being the new like protector of Earth. And then the Buu saga happened and they just straight up erased all of that, which is my biggest, to this day, my biggest gripe with Dragon Ball, like as a show, as a series, period, is that all the fights mean absolutely nothing. When you actually sit back and like look at it, they don't mean anything. So that got replaced. Like you said, Rock Lee and Gaara, you know, that's a great fight. But my favorite Rock Lee fight is him versus Sasuke, when he put Sasuke in the dirt.
Oh yeah, but anytime Sasuke's in the dirt, it's a freaking good fight.
But
let's be honest. But
the thing that I liked about it is that Rock Lee beat him through sheer hard work, and Sasuke at that point was feeling himself, and so was everybody else, and Rock Lee put him in the dirt, and Sasuke is like, how can I lose to a guy like that? And Naruto was like, that's because that guy trains and you don't. Like you don't train as hard as he does, and you got beat point blank, period. And to be honest, I think, bro, I just don't like Sasuke. I don't like him at all. Like,
no, I couldn't say.
Like,
I can't stand Sasuke. Sorry to you Sasuke lovers out there.
Like, he's so whiny. It's not even that. I get why he's angry and he wants to, you know, get back at, you know, Itachi and all of that. I get that. I just hate the fact that he's so whiny about it, but he doesn't really do anything for it. It's not like he's training constantly to get stronger. It's just he kind of just coasts off his natural talent, trains a little bit, and expects that to get him there. And he's so jealous of Naruto, who's worked so hard to get everything, and Naruto gets a little bit ahead of him, and he just turns his entire back on the village and goes fight with Orochimaru. And I'm just like, bro, come on. But anyway, back to my favorite fights. There's Yusuke versus Toguro in Yu Yu Hakusho, because of everything building up to that fight, the fight itself, the tension in the fight, and pretty much what it meant what had to happen like after the fight. There's like you said, in Black Clover, there was like the entirety of the Black Bulls versus that one dude. I don't remember his name. Oh, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but they fought him like in like the underwater in the King, when like the best OP ever was there with Guess Who's Back.
Oh my god, it's not even the best Black Clover opening. What is wrong?
I mean, hey, that's my intro. I don't know what you want from me.
Because again, my favorite's the original. I love the first opening.
I like the first opening too, but Guess Who's Back is just gets in my soul, man.
I actually don't really like that song.
Oh my god, who are you?
I like that, and I like Black Rover. That's pretty much it.
I mean, Black Rover's legit.
Black Rover's a banger. Like
Black Rover is legit. There's that one. Like you said, Midoriya and Todoroki. Mm-hmm. Like, my favorite fight in My Hero so far is All Might versus All for One. I hate that people really underestimate that fight. I hate that they...
Oh, it's a good fight.
They so many people, like, underestimate it. Like, dude, it wasn't even that great of a fight. And I go, why? Because it's not like a JoJo fight, and their people are just screaming over again and dropping steamrollers on each other. Yeah, right. Or wasn't that?
Just mention it now. I'm never watching JoJo.
I don't want to watch it either. Eventually, I might get around to watching it, but it'll be way after all this hype dies down. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Like.
Yeah, but go on.
But the thing with All for One and All Might, like, why I love that fight so much is because of everything it was like the tension around the fight itself and the aftermath.
I was saying the significance of the fight.
Yeah, like the significance, like the aftermath, like all of it was great. And I don't care what anybody says, the United States of Smash was probably the most legit attack in that entire show. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That scene was amazing.
And like, it's just like, you can tell like how big the fight was, especially when like All Might literally points to the screen and literally no one knows what it meant except for Izuku, and Izuku knew what that meant, and we all knew what it meant. It meant that he was next. Bro,
I teared up. Like, that was one of the few fights that actually legitimately made me tear up. I was like, oh my god, this is real. Like, it's real now. Like Deku, like, dog, you gotta step up now. And it's like, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my god, he's not ready. He's actually not ready. Like that fight like meant like so much like to the original show. But
it's just I think to the non-manga readers out there, look out for a certain fight in season 4. All I'm saying.
Oh yeah, what's his name? I don't forgot.
Izuku faces someone. That's all I'm saying.
I don't forgot his name, but yeah, that fight's lit. Yeah, that fight's pretty golden. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. I cannot wait to see that fight animated. Oh boy.
Yeah.
But then we're also gonna have to deal with a certain something. Again, not saying because of spoilers.
I mean, if we're talking about a character that we met in season 3 or a character that we meet in season 4, neither one of them moved me that much.
I think it's season 4. I don't think we met him in season 3 yet.
Okay, so wait a minute. Are we talking about the big 3?
No.
Are we talking about the other dude?
I'm talking about one of the first things that happens in the series.
In season 4 and season 1. Wait, what?
Season 4.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I don't care about that guy. So what happens didn't really move me at all.
Okay. No, but I'm just saying it's still a big moment because it's the first in the series.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But I didn't care. Y'all might care. I'm not gonna care.
It depends on how much you get attached to the character, really.
I didn't like him at all. I don't care. I don't care if it.
Yeah, well.
It was just like fuck that guy. But is there any other fights that I can think of?
Natsu Faces Jalal was good.
I did like that one. That's back when I was watching. I was watching Fairy Tail.
Oh, I know if people. Fight is it? I know I don't watch it really. I know I'm not. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I have seen the fight. It's Zoro from One Piece against I can't remember who it is. Because like I don't watch or read One Piece, but I hear from a lot of people that the One Piece fights are really decent.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. The thing, like, here's the thing with me and One Piece. When I first started watching One Piece, I was really into it, but I'm the kind of person that wants the end to come. And we're 900 plus episodes in, and they're not done yet, and I just don't want to deal with it. I don't care how good the show is.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but then you've also got the, Detective Conan is longer than One Piece.
So is Pokemon.
Yeah, but
I'm not watching either one of those either.
I was with Pokemon since childhood, so that's a different story.
Yeah, I stopped watching Pokemon a while ago. Like a long time ago.
For people that don't know, I actually have a Pokemon tattoo.
It's not of Charizard. He doesn't like Charizard for some reason.
No, Charizard's overrated. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just to bear in mind, we had a conversation before podcast even started about certain subjects, and literally the good thing about us two is we disagree on literally near enough everything.
Absolutely everything. Oh my god. It's almost to the point to where every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, oh my god. But I'm pretty sure it's vice versa. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, that was the last thing. That was the last question on this podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope many of you have not been so triggered that you clicked off this video or this podcast. But then again, don't be so sensitive.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion.
I want to thank my boy Hypershane once again for coming and doing this with me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's 1 a.m. here now, so.
I am very sorry. We've been doing this for like this podcast is almost 2 hours long. We've been talking for like an hour before that, so
yeah.
We're gonna wrap this thing up.
We're gonna wrap it up. Yep.
So please leave down below in the comments your opinions on any of these questions that have been asked so far. If you have a question that you would like me to talk about in a future podcast, please put that down there. I'll also be, putting over there on my community tab on my Discord and Twitter that, hey, you can ask questions there. Don't hesitate to subscribe to me and to Hypershane. A link to his channel will be in the description below. So go show him some TaylorMadeOtaku love. He deserves it, even though we don't agree on a goddamn thing. But
no, we do not.
But yeah, until next podcast, guys, peace out.
Yeah, later days, guys.